My name is Tshimangadzo Mudau. I am an industrial engineering manager. I'm working for PtSA, the Production Technology Association of South Africa, which is an association that runs the tool, die and mold industry, in supporting them in a way where we rehabilitate the industry with a program that supports them to be competitive globally and nationally. That is due to the declining report or research that has been done the previous years, where it was deemed that a rehabilitation program is needed because this industry, the TDM industry, affects the South African economy in a very critical way. So I'm heading the Enterprise Development Department, which ran about 2 projects that help us. They actually help the South African tool, die and mold industry organization to function at a better state and to improve in their sales productivity as well, and profitabilities. That we collaborate with the German colleagues, which is the WBA, which is one of the biggest global tool leaders in the world. So basically, with the WBA, as like I said, that they're the global leader in the tool, die and mold machining. With that, they've got a very big landscape and database where they collaborate with different countries. As a result, we as South African PtSA, our Department of Industrial Engineers, we run this project called benchmarking. This is where we actually assess the South African company, tool, die and mold company state, currently as projects are run, and benchmarking with the best international practices, so to see where their state are or where they are standing. We use about 12 focuses areas that look at your processes, your strategic, your machining technologies. In that way, we are able to tell, when we're benchmarking using the global database, to tell where the organization is sitting. You are able to identify the gaps, the weaknesses, as well as the opportunities where we can then help them in growing their businesses to become international and national or competitive. It is very important because the enterprise development, as it helps the organization to be competitive, you look at the TDM industry, where it's more like a foundation to the manufacturing sector. You need the tool for you to be able to produce the parts that will build anything. You know, our CEO always says that there's no manufacturing without tooling, and I believe that coming from a background where I've worked in different OEMs, especially in automotives and rails, and you get ahead an opportunity or privilege to see the final product, but to realize when I joined PtSA that there is a foundation of where all these things started, when a tool was made by a tool maker, and because of that, you get to have a picture of understanding that without this foundation, the cars that you see on the road, the chair that you're sitting on, it did not just come as a material. There was a tool that was made to produce the small components that also affect. It's actually the tool, die and mold industry feed into your OEMs, your large corporate, for your final product that you use on your day-to-day basis. But the enterprise development then comes into helping those SMEs, companies, your suppliers, to help them to grow and be able to support your OEMs in a manner that, as that kind of the supply chain process flow, you as a customer, you get to have that final product. But that final product does not just land in your hand, but it also improves the South African economy. The most common one is funding, which is also part of what we do as the enterprise development. If our government, private sectors can assist our tool room companies with funding, because there are machines We are living in a time where technology is growing in a very fast pace. We talk about fourth industrial revolution. You need to have machines that are capable to produce more parts than before. We are living in a time where we have the Chinese industry coming in by full force. The aim for us as ED is to help our our tool die and mold industry, which is the tool room companies, to be able to meet the demand that the South African OEM is looking for when they order their parts, where we plead that if we are to assist them as a government and private institution to help these tool room companies to produce and to have the right equipment, the right resources, the right technologies, the right qualification. As you know, with PtSA, we also have the skills development. We produce the right skills for the TDM industrial tool room to have the right resources to produce the parts. Basically, as South Africa, we are rich. We have all these different areas that comes together to produce the right skills, to help the companies to grow in the right path. And our OEMs or our tier 3 need to get to a point where we then support these tool room companies in order for the South African GDP to grow, for the economy to grow, for the South African tool room to be competitive. Instead of us going outside, we started back home here, because we are capable, we are more than capable, and we are here as the enterprise development to say that tool room companies, you need help, you need to grow your business. Whether you are a startup, you are in the middle, or you are a flourishing, as industrial engineers, we are there to identify the gaps and help you to improve and to remain competitive. Unfortunately, and that's what we are looking for, we need them to source nationally. They need to buy them right here. And unfortunately, they are going outside. And that is not helping us at all. As a country, as an economy that is really struggling, we need to thrive. And for us to grow, we need to bridge that gap. Like we said, we are rehabilitating. We have to bring it back to where it was back then. We unfortunately come across tool rooms that are in a verge of closing, and as a result, when we are in a process or running the projects, which are benchmarking and intervention, in helping them identify the main critical problem that is about to lead into the closing, and we realize that it's a lack of machines. It's orders that they are not able to meet in the right time because they don't have the right machines, and they're still using the old machines. And when I mention about technology that is improving, you'll go outside those other competitive countries, they've got the right machines to produce a lot of parts, but as South African, we are not able to. But if that gap is bridged and we are able to support them, the government, the private institution, the OEM as well, they support those tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 companies to be able to meet them. We are talking about electric vehicles that are coming. Though we mind whether we are ready or not, but together, united in manufacturing industry and TDM, we would be ready I believe that the tool room would be ready to produce enough parts that are needed, as long as they've got the right sources, the right resources, the right equipment, the right machines that are technological ready to produce parts at the right speed, at the right time, and delivering at the right time at the same time, because we do not want them to go out. That is the aim. My dream is to see all these tool room companies that are struggling to be at a state where they look back and said that because of the enterprise development program and support from the benchmarking and intervention, we can see that we are not where we used to be. We can see that we are now able to meet and deliver the order in time. We talk about customer satisfaction, which is the most critical part in the business, where they look at it and say that we are now able to meet the demand. We are able to produce the quality parts at the right time, and we are not behind on orders because we've got the right machine, we've got the right resources, we've got the right team, and together, united, the customer is happy. The demand is met on time. The economy, we wait for the South African statistics on where we are sitting. The GDP, we look at the state of the economy, that we are no longer where we used to be. We can see that there's a lot of improvement, and we are ready to build a smart city. We are ready to produce enough electric vehicles, even if it's not electric vehicle, but to meet the customer at a point of need and exceed their expectations.